Remember when I said I would kill you last? I lied. I lied, Dylan. I lied.
Free up! The light shines bright. Happy Tuesday to you guys. It's amazing, right? Here we are. It's a fantastic Tuesday afternoon. It's the last day of June. I'm not trying to rhyme for you. I'm really not trying to rhyme for you. I can't help it sometimes. I'm like that dude in the, was that the Heathcliff show? Remember that guy on the roller skates? He was always rhyming all day, every day. Today, we are going to have some special guests. I'm still waiting for him. One of our guests is coming all the way from Italy, and she's going to be talking to us as well as, oh, shoot, they need me to send that link over to them in Facebook. Here we go. That's what I have to do. Sent it via email. One sec. Here I thought I could send it through the email, and I was wrong. I was wrong. It's all good. That's why they call me Fragaboom. All right, boom. I'm going to be taking care of this. Boom. There it is. Sent to them on Facebook. Anyway, here we are. I'm going to be introducing some new segments here to the Couchdoodle show. I've been wanting to liven it up. I haven't come up with any names yet other than Amazing Animals or Animal Stories. Not unlike Mummy News. Got to do my own. I wanted to do Monkey News, but crazy enough, I used to direct this TV show for HBO called The Ricky Gervais Show. And Carl Pilkington did Monkey News. And the other one I want to do is Mega Memes. I want to invite you guys to send me your memes. Tell me about memes that I should check out. Either send them to me on DMs through... check out Uganda Knuckles, Dad. Uganda Knuckles? All right, man. My son's like, Dad, I know where the best memes are. He's 6. He's 6. Dad, the memes are here. But you could also send them into incrediblecomicsdudes@gmail.com.
The best meme ever is Uganda Knuckles and Doge.
All right. You guys can send them there. I'll give you credit. Unless it's like multiple people, and if multiple people send me a meme to incrediblecomicsdudes, DOODZ @gmail.com. I'll put them up. So we're going to have brand new themes, Amazing Animals and Mega Memes. Today we have a fun meme. We have Maria chilling in the back room. We're waiting on Mr. Tucci. I want to say what's up to the best fucking chat on YouTube. Yeah, I'm swearing because I'm very excited. The best chat on YouTube are Comicsgate chats. You thought I was going to say just my chat. I know that a lot of the people that are in my chat are in a lot of other chats, but you guys are amazing. You're sitting, hanging out in the boombox, Fragaboom boombox. I call you the dudes, Couchdoodlers. It doesn't matter if you're a lady, a man, them, they, she, he, they, thou, pronoun problems. You ever see that? Looney Tunes? Pronoun, I think it's called Pronoun Trouble. It's a good one. Working in animation for those years that I did, it was one of the worst things and best things that ever happened to me. The worst side is when I watch cartoons now, the director in me goes, retake. I'll see a cartoon from 1945 with Elmer J. Fudd, and the layering is wrong. Like his foot should be behind the tree, and I'm like calling retakes, and I can't because all those people from Termite Terrace are long gone. Let's say hi to the people in the chat. We got a full-on deal in our green room. I can't believe how excited I am about this project. Miss Fury really excites me. I can't wait to talk to Maria and Billy about this project. Let's say hi to Oni64, Star Tiger. You guys are in early. Thank you, Daniel. H.C. Jong. How are you? Lord Christopher John, my man, Max Santiago, J Money. I just started following J Money on Twitter. For some reason, I thought I already did, but now I do for sure. Space Monkey, what's happening? Traveler, hello. Man, they went and jumped on me. I'm like reading down and it jumped on me. SDA's in the house. Old man Schnedley, hello. Michael Strelitz, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for the £5 super chat. Hello, Daniel. Keep up the good work. Going and respect. Respect back to you, sir. Thank you. We have a Strelitz wing in the Couchdoodles. If we had a Minecraft, we should build it in Minecraft. I think we should do that if I could figure out a way to do it. There's a Strelitz wing. That guy hooks up the channel. Thank you so much, sir. Charlie's London's in the house. One of my favorites. Hello. Can't wait to have her on. I believe it's Friday. You guys want to get on that pre-launch list for her project about the late, great Charlie Chaplin. I myself am a big fan. I study his and Buster Keaton's whole catalog because those guys, they break ground. We're going to talk about groundbreaking in a few seconds when we bring on our guests because there's some really amazing groundbreaking stuff happening before, middle, and right now regarding their campaign and Miss Fury. Unearthed is in the house. Linkovich, Chomsky, Kevin, Tomset, the Canuck. What's up, man? Thank you for the kind words on the video I posted earlier today. SDA says hi, Maria. Of course, Papa Kensu says, I'm Billy fucking Tucci. Yeah. There's only one, though. He's a teen sensation. Daytona Falls is in the house. Getting caught up. Heathcliff is greater than Garfield, if only because he's got a gang. Mr. Green, MVP. I want to show you guys something, being that Mr. Green is the guy who helps keep this channel up and running behind the scenes. We got a brand new sticker for our members at the $9.99 level. We send out stickers every month. Check out this one. This one is a hologram. Incredible comics bringing you such awesome titles as Black Flag from Comicsgate. There's only 50 of them.
Buy Black Flag.
Yeah, thank you,
and
son.
also get the newest one when it comes out.
Thank you, son. We have only 50 of these, so if you get your membership, you get one of these. These will be coming out to you. Amit Reina, hello. How are you? Scanlon is in the house. Thank you for the sake, my brother. Let's see. Oh, could not say hail. YouTube stopped. Okay. Smangit DLP's in the house. TP Tail McKitty, the Canuck. Todd's Truth. I got to go fast. Hello, Paul Azevedo. How are you, my friend? Pale Rider, Derek Wagner. Shine Sparker 11. How are you, man? Ricky Gervais show is great. Thanks. We had a really good time making that. We're going to be talking a lot more about that along my show. I dug up all the behind the scenes stuff, and hopefully they won't ding me, but I'm going to show you guys some new stuff. Your son knows the way. That's right, Link. Blockheads, what's up? Midnight's Edge. How are you, man? Jack Ash, hello. OBGYN Kenobi. That is what we call the Jedi. Apex Comics is in the house. Social Distance Warrior, what's up? What's up? Eric Weathers, Battle Brick Road, what up, my man? Camel Moon. You guys get on that sign up list. I don't mean to miss anybody. I don't. Michael Strelitz, hello everyone. Hello to the chat. Hello to the people in pros. Yes. Thank you so much for the £2 super chat. I'm going to jump in. I don't mean to not say hi to everybody. We're going to get back into it. But really, the show is not about anything other than my next awesome guest, one of which I've known seems like forever, since I was a wee boy, and another who I've just met who is very wonderful. Hello, Maria. How are you? I'm doing well. You're muted. You're muted, my lady. Yeah, you're muted. Hit that microphone.
Yeah, sorry. I was right. Yes, sorry. Yeah. Hi, how are you? I'm so happy.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Congratulations on your project. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm really happy for you. So,
I'm very happy too. We're excited. It's like a successful launch on a rocket.
Yeah.
And we have so many different modules that once we get out of the atmosphere, we're going to launch out into the world. And it's a successful launch. So we're very happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. And speaking of happiness, every time I see this guy, even if I'm like, I've had a bad day, I look up, I see this guy, I'm like, things are awesome. Motherfucking Billy Tucci, what's up, dude?
Made me freaking laugh. I was trying to be all serious.
Yeah, you can't be serious, dude. You bring joy to the world. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Look at me. I'm here with my family. It seems this is amazing.
Yeah.
Maria, isn't it? This is incredible. All of our friends are coming and they're bringing us onto their shows and stuff and letting us talk about our project. And man, you're awesome, Dan. You really are. Hey.
Support is everything. I think that supporting each other is the greatest thing in the world. It's great. I feel blessed with it. Absolutely.
Right. It is.
Thank you so much. Yes.
It is. It's even in architecture, good support means stability, and good stability means security and foundation, and that's exactly what we want. You know, I don't know, Billy, are you an avid reader of comics history?
Pretty much. Yeah, I think so.
So I've been deep diving into like Comics Interview, Comic Book Journal, Comics Review, Comic Scene, like anything I can get into. And one of the things that I've been reading lately was these interviews. It was a book. It was an interview between Frank Miller and Will Eisner.
Oh wow! Okay,
and it's a book, right? And it's called Eisner Miller. I mean, it's a real simple title, right?
Yeah.
And they talk about Eisner's generation, because essentially they were the first. They didn't have anybody. Like, the thing that was really great about their journey is they didn't have anybody to look back on. They were literally like moving forward and laying the street in which that we drive upon, right?
Yep.
And Miller, of course, laid down the lampposts and all that other shit. He was in there to do it too. Really great discussions. And one of the things that made me really excited about your project in particular is that it happened during that era when no one else was doing it. And Miss Fury had a bunch of firsts, especially the one that really intrigues me is she predates Wonder Woman. She predates Catwoman. And it was done by a lovely lady.
Yes.
That's right.
Tell me some more.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was drawn and created by a woman. And that time it was so difficult to do whatever in that time, being a woman. You know, you had to stay in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she was a revolutionary woman. So she's an example for everybody. Everybody. Women, men, everybody in the world has strength, is an example. You want to do this job, go and take it. I love it.
So what was her name? I know there was a little bit of tomfoolery going on, but in a good way, right? Like the women, first off, it was a hard business to be in. Number one, from what I understood, there were studios, there were things like that. They had no one to look on. They were really looking on other illustrators like N.C. Wyeth and other guys like that to get their inspiration. They put the quality of illustration ahead of the idea, right? Where in the 70s, they put idea ahead of illustration. So you got these really crude underground comics with hardcore ideas in them. But for a lady breaking in, didn't she have to tone down? Like, this is what I understand. She had to kind of hide her first name and use her middle name. Can you tell me what's her name? What's her full name?
Oh, may I?
Yes, ladies first, please.
Thank you. He's a gentleman. Well, her name was June Tarper Mills, but she changed it because in Tarper Mills, because it sounds more masculine, you know. To work, to be able to work, she had to change her name. This is, this is insane because, nowadays, thinking about something like that, oh my God, you have to change your name to work.
Yeah, well, that's happened with people of different sexes. It's happened with people with different ethnicities. Like, I know that my last name in Portugal is Fraga.
Fraga.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah,
like
but when you come over to the United States and you say I'm Antonio Fraga, they go what? But if you say Fraga, it sounds super like okay. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that happens. That happens. People, they want to protect themselves. And it's crazy to think that even in 2020, to a certain degree, people have to like take sides and like make sure that people know where they stand. So she creates this character, and she has a fight, and the only time I ever heard the phrase Joy Division was in reference to a band, right?
Yeah.
Like back when I was a kid, there was Joy Division. I was more of an R&B hip hop guy. I like Luther Vandross, and
I saw Luther Vandross in concert, bro.
I met him in the studio one time with Clive Davis, and I was like, oh my god, because like, a house is not a home.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
like I love all the old school stuff. But the thing about your campaign that really excites me is that you handle truth and justice. And let me just bring the campaign up. What the hell am I doing, man? Let's add this to the stream. Here it is. Let me do a quick refresh. I've had this up for about an hour or so, maybe even less. Here we are. We're at $58,746, 916 backers with 4 days left.
That is badass. We had like a $3,000 day yesterday, or Dynamite did.
You know what? I just got to say, I'm going to make my screen really big. I want to show people. I learned a new term yesterday on Ethan's stream. It's FOMO, right? I thought FOMO was like fake gay.
Yeah.
But FOMO is actually fear of missing out. Okay.
Ooh.
So this is a T-shirt of a Dynamite T-shirt that campaign with Black Flag on it. We have Red Sonja, all that stuff. You can't get this shirt anymore because people missed out. And I should have really pushed the FOMO aspect of it, but I didn't. I forgot. So we have Miss Fury here. How did this come about? How did you guys get involved? I want to hear the story behind it.
Well, if you look at Miss Fury for the people, if I may, Maria.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
If you look at Miss Fury, it's not only that June Tarpe Mills. You got to think now. This is 2 years after Superman came out, right?
Yeah.
So you have to look a little over 2 years. And there were no real female comic characters. They were all damsels in distress, you know, that sort of thing. All of a sudden, here comes along this no nonsense, chain smoking, 5'2", beautiful raven-haired beauty from Brooklyn, New York, who just an incredible talent. I mean, she could draw. You look at Bob Kane's illustrations. You look at any of the Art Nouveau, any of the old Golden Age stuff. She's blowing them away. But nobody would hire her. Well, they would hire her, but not to have her work out there. They didn't take her seriously. They all liked her. They all wanted to get with her, apparently, which is still going on today. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it's a powerful thing.
Stuff. Yeah. So
the ladies have powers, man.
Yeah, exactly. So she then was tired of working on these little stories here and there. She was given some frilly stuff, etc. And she had this idea for this character, the Black Fury, which was this feline pantheress, in this black bodysuit. And she was the hero. The women in her book, the women were not the damsels in distresses. The women were the villains. And she made this pitch as Tarpe Mills, which was her middle name because, as Maria said, it sounded masculine.
Yeah. And
they loved it. And hundreds of newspapers picked it up. Finally, it got out that she was a woman, but by now the story, the strip was so popular that it was a big success for her. Then it worked in her favor that here was this woman. But dude, she was fearless. She was so progressive. She had the first ever transgendered character, who was Whiffy Valone, who was not only transgender, but because he would go back and forth.
Which way was the mission? Was it lady the man or man the
lady? A man who transitioned into a woman.
Okay.
But then he would show up as a man because he was also head of the French underground in Paris.
That's awesome.
So, so here's the thing, and we have a part with that when she asks him, because you got to think this 1944 where our story takes place, and he's like, so why do you look like this now when you look like this earlier? And he goes, it just feels better. This is who I am, because he was very brave at that point.
Yeah.
And here's this woman that adopted a child as a single mother living in New York City. And so she was like, okay, cool. So now how do we get them Nazis? But just the fun stuff of what June Tarpe Mills had. I mean, she had gangsters. She had mad scientists. Her main enemies were, of course, Nazis. You see her fighting in her underwear, in her lingerie and stuff with Erica von Kamp, another villainess that's in our story too. Just she didn't care, and the people loved it because people wanted this fun stuff. Because you got to think this is World War II. Life was short. People were living in the moment during World War II.
Oh yeah.
And then right, and then I mean, because you don't know who's coming home. You know if these men are coming home, these women coming home. Of thousands of women that were killed in World War II who were nurses and doctors and part of the Signal Corps and things like that. So and part of the underground and part of the OSS, they were spies and all. So it was a great time. It was a horrible time, but it was an amazing time. I guess when you never feel alive until you're so close to death. That sort of attitude they had.
It really brings people together too.
Yeah.
Like even if you think like of things, if you took a really like a God's eye view. And you look at humanity like molecules, and before chaos and trauma, everybody's scattered. And when something happens, they come together and resolve. And so good does come out of bad.
Yeah, and it actually did. I mean, and you got to think the world was at war.
Yeah.
With 60 million people were killed, but how many? 100 million were saved. By that sacrifice of them, and it was just a terrible time, but a time that history hopefully will never ever see again. And you have to recognize those heroes and acknowledge those heroes. And June Tarpe Mills was such a hero because Miss Fury adorned the sides of bombers in World War II. So just amazing stuff. And this story, we want to honor June Tarpe Mills because what happened, Dan, is after the war, the Fury strip kept going and it was growing even more popularity. And then she put one of her characters in a bikini. And that started this whole thing because now you're in the Truman era after the war and people are starting to get rear back from that sort of thing. And they try to make her stop doing what she wanted. The people loved it, but the publishers didn't. The publishers didn't want to have that sort of that enticing, sexy, overtly sexy type of a soap opera action story. And again, it wasn't the people, it was the publishers. And they basically, she would not conform to them. And they literally just, no matter how popular the strip was, because only so many few major corporations owned all the newspapers.
Yeah, of course.
First and things like that.
She's very familiar.
Yep. And she and she's like, I'm not going to conform. And they just said, well, that's it.
Yeah.
At the height of its power, 1951. And it broke her spirit. Because Dan, as an artist, we had this conversation. When you want to do something and there are people that want to cancel you, I mean, she is a victim of cancel culture. And I hate gatekeepers, and I hate that sort of thing. I despise that. I despise those kind of people that would do that. The
pendulum swings, man. The pendulum swings.
Oh,
Apex Comics, thank you for the $2. Miss Fury will be a movie from Universal in 2023. We got to check that out. Either that's prophecy or that's in the works. But yeah, man, the thing that I've noticed just in reading comics history, paying attention to history, what you're just talking about right now, even when we went through the seduction of the innocents, or people cite the McCarthyism, and before that we had Salem witch trials. It seems like the pendulums kind of swing over to extremes of things. And then we have happy, oh, things are weird, and then extremes again, and then happy. I feel like we're really kind of pendulum swung. I don't know if we've fully gone over to the other side yet, but these uber sensitivities about things. We see stories in the news in our business, we see it in the entertainment business, we see it in the rest of the world. That people are taking something as simple as a glance or a smile and assigning meaning to it. whereas before it used to be life as usual. So it's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Let's segue over to the back to Joy Division. What is Joy Division? What is Joy Division? Tell me about the term Joy Division.
Maria, would you mind if I did that, or do you want to?
Well, my English is not perfect. I will try. In Italian, I can explain it better. But Joy Division is the place where the Nazi put all the women, and they abused of the women they put there, and it was a terrible place. So yeah, it was absolutely. And I don't know if I can say that, Billy, but probably I can, because you said it yesterday. But Miss Fury will have a great role with the Joy Division.
Yeah.
You know, she will set free a lot of women from there, and this is revolutionary. You know, it is a great thing. It's something that you know, it would be great to have somebody to make justice. So yes, Miss Fury is a hero.
Yeah.
So she's a woman for women. You know, she's fighting for the women rights. So it is great.
Yeah. So here's if I may expound upon that, is that for those that you don't know, is when the Germans started to take, when the war is kicking in, right? Our story takes place in August 1944, right after Paris is liberated. But the German war machine amped up. The Germans' biggest production of war material was in 1944, believe it or not. They needed more manpower. They needed more slave labor to get this engine of war going. So what they did is they started first they would regulate a majority of the Jews to ghettos, where they starved them and they lived like crap. But they at least lived. You know what I mean? It was a horrible existence. They were trapped within this thing. But they were able to somehow go to work, and they had some sort of normalcy. They were still living together and all. As the war effort amped up and they wanted to have this final solution to exterminate this entire race of people, they started to pull them out of the camps. And out of the ghettos, and brought them to the camps. So there were several camps, famous camps, and they would have two entrances. One entrance were for women that looked one way, and the other entrance for women looked the other way. For the women,
one looked left and one looked right.
Yep, pretty much. And the one that looked to exactly. So the women look like you and I, Danny. We're going to this camp over here. If
so
they look like
the bad camp.
Yeah, they would send to the work camps. You know, where it said work will set you free, and they were literally worked and starved to death in the pajamas. You know, all those horrible pictures that we've seen of the Holocaust. The ones that they felt were more comely, more beautiful. The ones more attractive, some as young as 11 years old. They herded them to go to Camp Joy to the right. And what went inside that camp is that the campgrounds were beautiful. They were painted, they had carpet, they had rugs, they had running water. And they took these women and they taught them etiquette, and they dressed them and they fed them well, and they coiffed them and they gave them makeup. And they literally turned them into sex slaves for the German army.
Oof.
And these poor women suffered a fate worse than death many a time, because they were repeatedly raped. If they didn't comply, again, some of them as young as 11, 12 years old, if they didn't comply with their German masters, then they were publicly taken out and sodomized and flogged to death in front of the whole camp, these women.
Tell me, in your story, does Miss Fury help these women? Because this story, what you're telling me drives me insane. I want to see some rescue.
Yeah, well, you know, and it's so funny today, and I don't know if it's a big thing in Europe, Maria, Laura, but here it's so easy to call someone who doesn't agree with you a Nazi.
Right.
Go away, you effing Nazi. You know what I mean? You're Nazis, but people have no idea what a Nazi is and what the Nazis did. They were the most brutal. I guess them and the Soviets, the Japanese were all kind of the same. The most savage people the world has ever seen. What these people did, they were monsters. You can't even call them animals, because it's an insult to animals to call them animals.
Animals have feelings.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what Miss Fury does is she does liberate some of the women in the Joy Division from the camp and turns them into the Black Furies. Yeah, and they go hunting the Germans, and they become like a female Inglorious Bastards.
I love that.
The spin-off series is called The Black Furies. how these women are behind enemy lines.
Count
And
me
they're
in.
all in her feline costume because she gets the. I can't give. I want to tell this story.
Yeah,
Maria.
don't.
I gotta give it to.
Count me in. I want to
They're
talk about.
machine gunning. They're biting tongues off there, burning them up. They're blowing them up. They're riding horses. There's Tiger tanks. You've got P-47 Thunderbolts. It's a hoot, man. And they're
We just touched on a real quick topic, but the idea that animals have feelings, right? More so than these crazy Nazis. I stumbled upon this amazing animal story earlier today regarding the Tiger King Zoo. A Tiger King Zoo visitor shares photos of his recent trip and says the animals look sad and tired. This is a real thing. Regarding animals, a group of tigers, half lions, and tigers rest inside an enclosure. On a recent road trip to Denver, Colorado, Will Mayo stopped at the Greater Westwood Exotic Animal Park in Oklahoma, made famous by Netflix docuseries Tiger King. He found that these animals looked sad and tired. I don't know if it's because the fact that Joe Maldonado is in prison. I don't know if that's why they're sad. Or it's because that damn Carol Baskin is running the zoo now. But I don't know. It made me think your mention of sad animals made me think of those poor sad animals. Was Miss Fury affected by Wortham?
No, I think she ended. Miss Fury ended in 51. So 52. So I don't think Wortham, I think it's 54, right? Seduction of the Innocent. I think it's around 54, 53. I don't think she needed Frederick Wortham to ruin her life. Those publishers were well enough to do it themselves.
Okay.
And again, it's heartbreaking. And she went back to doing art. She was went back to doing advertising after getting all this incredible fame. But the war was over. They didn't need her anymore. It's almost like Churchill Churchill loses the election. He wins the war, for England, in World War II. And in 46, he loses the election. Yeah, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a great wartime prime minister, but now we don't need you.
Right.
Like they did that to those heroes now, we don't need you anymore. Thank you.
Expendables. Thank you again, Leg Kick, for the super chat. We have another super chat from Charlie's London.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, she says Miss Fury is the personification of female grit in World War II. If it wasn't for turning, and the Bletchley women of the war could have gone another 7 years.
Yeah, and that's the women that they were code breakers, and they were but then they were also part of the SOE, which was a Special Operation Executive, which is the precursor to the SAS. And these women, a lot of them were women, were dropped behind enemy lines, and literally they created guerrilla armies, and they worked sabotage and things like that, and just amazing stories. I had the honor to write Mademoiselle Marie in a Mademoiselle Marie comic a few years back, and we did that. And she went behind enemy lines, and she was part of the SOE and wreaked havoc on the Nazis, all based on a real story too. So, but it's pretty cool. I love historical fiction, Dan. I know you're a history buff too, and the way Maria is melding like fantasy with reality, though, because this is a golden age comic.
Yeah,
you gotta understand, it is a comic. It's not all doom and gloom. There is the miserable points, that I hate writing and all. But then all of a sudden, she comes back. I mean, this is war. War is the worst thing humanity has ever invented. It really is. And we're telling a war story here.
Yeah.
But Maria is doing this. Sorry, Maria.
Sorry. This is the great thing about this comic, because there is fantasy and reality. So you have to be very solid, because you have to tell a story about war, as Billy was saying. But at the same time, we have a character who doesn't exist in the reality. So this is a great combination of these things. I really love it. So Billy gave me a lot of references of planes, Empire State Building, that was in a certain way in the 40s, and I didn't know. So I knew a lot of new things, thanks to Billy, thanks to the research. So I had to draw New York in the 40s and the costume, the body language, etc., and Miss Fury inside of it. So making her acting like a woman of that time. So it's like a movie. It is great. So you have to be believable as possible. So this character has to match perfectly the surroundings.
Yeah,
so it's a challenge, but it's great.
It's one of those extra benefits I find being someone who is able to work in storytelling. Right, we get to submerge ourselves in this stuff that we're not necessarily familiar with, and get to learn things. Like you get to have this intimate knowledge that most people don't, and you get to filter it through your artistic mind and represent it in a way. Like, let's take this for example. I'm looking at your artwork. I said earlier, you reminded me a bit of Dave Stevens. You've got this gorgeous skyline here. Wonderful establishing shot, showing the period, the way people dress, the way people look. You got a lady in red. Can't hate on that. This one very much reminds me of the best of Dave Stevens when he was doing his Betty Page riff stuff.
Dude, wouldn't that make a great T-shirt? Just that image right there.
Well, yeah, or a pair of socks, like some socks with that running up the side.
Miss Fury,
or a tie, a nice tie. I
like the tie, bro.
Yeah, always thinking.
Well, this is Marie. If you look, and these aren't even the final colors that Ceci Delacruz, our colorist, did. Now she's added way more details to it. She's got a whole bunch of skylights shooting up, so the sky is filled with skylights. Yeah, real atmospheric. I mean, look at that. Just imagine that first.
That's panel. Enough right there, man. I can hear this panel, which is just the best part, And then we've got her in her wonderful stealth suit. What did you call this suit? You had a name for it.
It's a panther suit. It's a Black Panther suit from a real Black Panther.
That's amazing.
And it's curved. It's curved.
Yeah, this is incredible stuff. Now, one of the things that is great about being a backer, because I backed this the first time I saw it, I wasn't aware of it, and I backed it, boom, like this.
Thank you.
I get updates. And I got an update this afternoon that you guys hit stretch goal number 4. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're up there.
Yeah. I got a notification. You're like, wait a second, we did? Yeah, man. I got this great email. I got this email here. Let me go into it and read it real quick, because it made me excited to be a backer, because whenever stretch goals are hit, especially with really great Comicsgate books, is you hear things like this: Miss Fury stretch goal number 4 achieved.
Pow!
We did it. We're adding an exclusive limited edition promotional trading card stretch goal for all supporters of the Miss Fury Indiegogo, featuring Maria Lara Sanapo's beautiful artwork. Thanks for your support. Stay Fury strong. #Fury strong.
#Fury strong, bro.
Yeah, so
we're talking about Team Fury, man. We got the queen of Team Fury right here.
That's right. With this amazing artwork, it kind of makes me a little jealous. I can't draw like this. I'm a what do you call it? From the seat of the pants kind of artist. I draw. Your artwork is incredible. I'm going to show the lovely viewers you guys perks. They should be checking this out. I know my awesome admins are running the moderators / admins are running this link in the chat, but also for later reference, it's the first link in the description. You guys need to check this out. First off, there's different covers. There's different covers. We've got this Miss Fury original graphic novel. Now, how many pages is this, guys? Tell me how many. 100 pages for
it's more. It's 100 pages of story and art. Then there's extra.
Yeah.
Pages of extras. What is it? 8 to 16 pages of extras, or 12.
Yeah.
8.
That's just nuts.
We're gonna have some cool stuff in that because we're gonna show the fashion designs, the actual evolution of the fashion designs, that all the illustrations. And we were on Anna's show yesterday, and thank you, Anna, for that. The illustrations are by one of my best friend, Michael Soloff. His father made these illustrations in the 40s when he was 16 years old.
Nice.
He was a genius, this guy.
Yeah.
And he ended up, after high school, joined the Air Force, went to work for his father's furniture shop, and just left his dream. That was his whole dream, was to be a fashion designer. And let me tell you something. This guy would have been one of the greatest fashion designers of all time, because Michael took the portfolio that he found of his dad to San Diego Comic-Con and showed all the costume designers, and they were all blown away. Unbelievable.
You're actually reminding me of something, Billy. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring this up, but I have to grab something. There was this guy when I was a freshman. This guy was a senior. His name was Don Stutrud, right?
Right.
And this guy could draw anatomy at 17 years old, like Frazetta, like Buscema, like Byrne. And he had a way of moving these characters. He used to draw this stuff. Made me want to quit, right?
Yeah.
Left high school, went into his dad's construction business, building houses, and never did anything with it. And you just go like, what the fuck? You know, like as soon as you said that about your buddy, hold on a second. I'm gonna put this on here, and you can talk about this original perk. I'm gonna grab something real quick.
There you go. Oh, Maria, they got your badass piece, your badass cover. Your the red dress.
Oh yeah.
It'll be your red dress. Look at this. So, how's the weather out there, honey?
Oh, it's very hot. It's 40 degrees. It's very hot. Very hot. And I work here, and this is, under the roof. It's very, very, very hot.
Do you have a fan or something on top?
Yeah, I have the air conditioner and the fan. But since here everything is open, everything it's very difficult to reach the right temperature.
Okay.
So through this window, the sun is killing me. So it's, you see my skin, I'm sweating. So hot.
It's good for you, though. It's good for you. So check this out, Billy. This is the only thing I have from Don. This is from 1987. This dude was 17 years old when he drew this. Okay? It's a single image. But you guys, look at this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, that's
right.
Yep.
And he used to draw in our art class. He used to draw comics with characters that look like this, that could move. They moved. They had the dynamics of like Byrne and Kirby. And his dad said, "Don't waste your time with your silly drawings. Go. You need to be making houses with me, son. It's supposed to be Stutrud and Son." So
and
he stopped. I checked in on him. Maybe like 15 years ago, and he's like, "Yeah, I haven't drawn since high school, man." I'm like, "Wow,
that
shit breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart."
We had some, like my graduating class. I went to for illustration. I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, FIT. And of my graduating illustration class, I could name maybe 3 of us, I think, of 4 of us that are making a living being illustrators.
Yeah.
My entire class. Some of these people were so great, and you're just like, oh man, and then you never heard of them.
Right.
And even tried looking for them on Facebook, Twitter, because we were all great friends, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do comics. And they all make fun of me, Yeah. And, I think I want to do comic books. And like, oh, they want to do real illustration,
It's very important, because the determination is very important. If you want to do this job, I saw, for example, I attended 2 or 3 years of International School of Comics in Florence, and there were so talented students. Really, I wasn't the most talented, absolutely, but I was one of the most determined. So you can be Frazetta, you can be Neil Adams, you can be Garcia Lopez, you can be whatever you want. But if you don't dedicate yourself to drawing, I know at the beginning sometimes it is boring. You have to study anatomy, you have to study perspective, you have to study storytelling. Is so difficult, storytelling, because the camera in this way, you don't succeed. Because it's such a competitive world.
It boils down to mindset.
Yes.
It's the little train that could. It's the tortoise versus the hare. It's all of those things, you know. I have to take a little time to tell people that this stream is brought to you by and then a little bit of this Fragaboom. It's time now for mega memes. I put plur on there. It's only one. It's a meme that I thought was great because it was a little double entendre. It's about haircuts. I make fun of people with hair, so I'm going to make fun of you guys. You guys have beautiful hair. I myself have none. So we're going to bring in this meme here. What are we having today, sir? Short in the back and sides and a number 2 on top. There you go. You guys enjoy your hair. That is the mega meme of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Number 2 on top, man bun. So you get the Black Furies, man. Like I said, I'm all in on this 100-page original graphic novel. I can't wait to get into my crazy hands. We're going to go back to the campaign. I'm going to show you guys what I ended up getting. Of course, Billy, I love you and I love your cover. I also am a big fan of the female form in all of its forms. I like tall, short, little, petite. I like bigger ladies too. I like all ladies. This cover is gorgeous. You got her suiting up. I believe you said it was an homage.
Yes, that is an homage. June Tarpet, and this is how badass this woman was back in the day.
Yeah.
That's taken directly off of a June Tarpet Mills illustration. That was in 1943 she drew it. And it appeared in the newspapers.
She knows her audience, man.
She knows her audience, and people flipped out over it. So thank you for getting that. It's really just an homage. It's all June.
That's not the one I got.
Updated it.
Billy, slow down. That's not the one I got.
Oh, snap. Okay.
My initial, like, you know, when they hit your knee, reflex, there's the word.
Yeah.
Boom. My initial reflex is boobies. You know, I was like, I got to get it. But you know what I ended up doing? I went for this cover here. The Sanapo cover.
Oh, yeah.
God, thank you, Dan. I feel honored. Oh, my God.
I'm excited about Maria's cover. That's the one I went for. No offense, Billy.
No offense taken. I
think this needs to be a poster. You know, like in what do you call that? One of my favorite movies of all time was Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah.
And that I can see Andy Dufresne putting a Miss Fury poster on his wall. You know, like that. I want that. And Darren Wagner knows what I'm talking about. He wants the AAT all day, every day.
Darren Wagner.
Yeah.
Well, Wagner. I've been pushing Dynamite, and I think they're doing it to make a 100+ page black and white edition of the book.
Ooh,
Maria's cover in black and white. Maria, the Maria Sanapo edition.
Yeah.
The pure line, black line Maria Sanapo edition. That's what I would do. Because her art is just, again, you talk Stevens, you talk, you know, I mean, she's captured that good girl art, I guess, but she also can draw the shit out of machine guns and planes and, you know, buildings and men. Her men look like manly men. They don't look like, you know.
Well, it's called, you know, there's a term, Billy. It's I just learned this one. It's been a while. It's called being an artist.
Yeah.
She's a true artist. I want to let you guys know you've gone up.
Oh, shoot.
You've gone up 4 backers. We're almost to $59,000. We definitely want to get you guys to 60
I think by the end of today, you're going to be at 60. I think by the end of your campaign, you guys are going to be sailing up and through. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I think you guys are going to hit 70 is my guess.
What's
if not
that,
even
Dan?
more.
What are you looking at? What is
This
that?
here, my little chart. You guys want to
What
see
is
this?
that? No.
Yeah, you like that, right? Isn't that sexy?
What?
There's a plugin you can get called BackerKit plugin, and BackerKit gives you tracking. You can look at different dates of where you were on what date, how your campaign is going. I can watch other people's campaigns. I can watch and see and study anybody. This is good news. I'm glad you asked, Billy. This is great news for anybody who's planning on doing any sort of crowdfunding campaign. Study other people's campaigns. Study, look at dates. If you see a spike, look at that spike right there. Look at here. June 23rd, you were at 45, and June 24th, you were at 51. So what happened to cause that 6,000? And if anybody wants to go back and track this campaign, we can go and see, was it an appearance? Was it an announcement in news? These are great things. If you're like you already noticed, I'm a historian. I like statistics. I like watching this. Great steady climb. They come in a little low. It says you're trying to hit 67,000. I know you guys are going to do better than that. I know it deep in my soul. You guys are doing
that
much
might
much
have
better
been
than
that spike. That might have been when I went on EBS's show for like an hour. He had me on. And wow, you know what I mean? And thank you to all his Centurions. That was great. And again, you guys are just wonderful. I want to thank you. I mean, right, Maria, Anna's show, and Dan and Ethan and all of our friends, that are, come on to my show. Come on. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
And because I like to do that. I love having people on our show too, our little YouTube channel. But it's amazing how I love this community, dude. I love this crowdfunding that you're dealing directly with now I love retailers. I love retailers. I love Diamond Comic Distributors. They changed my life. But right, Maria, there's something so special about doing an Indiegogo, and you are in direct connection to the customer, and they're holding you accountable. Because they'll make comments on your updates. They'll send you messages. They'll talk, and you got to answer them.
It is very important. It is very important because they support you. You have to answer because you have thanks to them, your project, our project will be printed. So yes, I think it is very important. Absolutely, I thank all the people who are supporting our project. Absolutely, I'm very happy. We believe in that, so it's not a problem responding to comments, responding to people. It's a pleasure, Absolutely.
Yeah, I love where we are in technology and what we're able to do. It's an incredible place to do. I missed the super chat, and I don't ever like missing super chats. It's just StreamYard eats them up really fast, and it was from our wonderful supporter of our channel, Mr. Michael Strelitz, for 50 pounds. Man, that's big.
Wow, dude, that's huge.
It's massive. Thank you so much, sir. He says Miss Fury is great. A slight for Batwoman. Women have been great in comics, but other than ass wipes, no concept in real life. Twitter sad. Comicsgate rule. Thank you, Comicsgate, for great books and not rubbish. We love being able to provide great books, and we like you said, Billy. I'm with you, man. I have so much love for retailers. I have retailer blood going through my veins. Not only did I work in retail, I didn't own a retail shop, but I worked in a comic book shop. Mm-hmm. I worked for Diamond. I actually worked for Diamond as a teenager. There are some massive retailers that I have major love for, guys like Chuck Rosansky, Joe Field, Cliff Biggers.
Yeah.
Going through my career as a teenager, a lot of great support. This system, much like the retailers have saved with the direct market and the things they did, the things Jeppy did with the mail order back in the early 80s, late 70s. But change is change, and this is a change.
I always talk about the idea of transportation, right? People always have to get from here to there. And at a certain point, it was horse and buggy. And the man who made good wheels for the buggy was the man who won. And the guy who made great whips to whip those horses, the guy who provided feed for those horses, that was an industry. But along comes Mr. Henry Ford with his automobile. And there was a transition. And we are in a transitionary period. And a lot of those people that make great wheels can come make those same great wheels on automobiles instead of horse buggies. But you got to be ready to change. You can't cling to the past. So we have to understand that this is the future. Fans, as a fan, we had letters pages. Billy, I don't know if you ever wrote to letters pages. I sure did.
I never did.
I wrote to letters pages. I had a fanzine. I went to I was never a member of APA, the Amateur Press Association, but I should have been because I went to them. I went to comic collectors groups. I'm comics through and through. And to me, this seems like the natural progression with technology the way it is. We get to talk to people each and every day, and we get to go direct to the customer. There's not a wasted piece of our animal called the comic, right? Yeah. The people that want it get it. You know, the people that in the future may want it, we've got a little extra over here for you. It will run out, but we're able to be here for you.
Yeah, and you know, Rick Saylor said something good. He said it's a new frontier, and he's absolutely right. And what I love about working directly with the fans, and Maria Laura does this because she'll send me the roughs. She'll say, "What do you think of this?" And I'm like, "Oh my, it's great. Just go with it." You know,
it's normal, Billy. If you write the script, I have to show you the drafts because we're a team. You have to see. We have to, support each other to work with, to work together. So we have to make it work because we believe in it.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't have to send me roughs. You don't, because I got a story. If I may jump off real quick about this, if I digress something, and I'm going to get back to my point.
Do it.
Is that one of the most insulting, infuriating moments of my career was when I did the Heroes for Hire for Marvel, and Jimmy was pissed. Palmiotti was pissed when he learned about it. Is that here I come in, Civil War is taking off. Jimmy says he was doing Heroes for Hire, that I should draw it, right? Certain people were big champions of mine. Dan Buckley was big. Oh my God, yeah, we got to get. How about Billy to do the book? Dan actually suggested we should get Billy to do it. Jimmy's like, that would be great. There's certain people that don't like me for one reason or another. I don't know why. You can't find me saying a bad thing about anybody.
Jealousy.
I call him out for some of the crap that's going on in comics, because we had a few of those things, and I might have had to grab somebody and put him up against a wall one time or another. But but then when they sent me Jimmy's script, I get an email from the editor that I have to submit breakdowns first. Now, this is me. I'm in the industry for over 10 years, nominated for 3 Eisner Awards, so 3 million comics.
Yeah.
And I said to Jimmy, what? And Jimmy's like, I've never heard of that. It was like a little insult to me.
Yeah.
Really submit your breakdown so they could check them to see, you know what I mean? And I know it was someone up there and the higher ups in the editorial thing said, let's do this to Tucci to get to, just to need him a little bit.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Marie. You don't have to send me breakdowns. I so appreciate, because I love it that we're such a close team on this.
Yeah, I have a question, Bill. Sorry, because I'm Italian. What do you mean exactly with breakdowns?
Oh, like the roughs. The
roughs.
Layout.
Okay. But the layout, the layouts or just
the layouts? Yes, the layouts.
Hey, guys.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I it is. I sent you the layouts because you are in this field for 26 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that having your opinion is very important for me. I've been working for 5 years, so I think that. I really have a great esteem for you, Billy, as an artist, as a writer. I think it is not because, oh my God, I'm afraid he doesn't like my roughs. Maybe, yes, okay, we change them, no problem. But I think that your opinion as a veteran in this field is so important to me. So you can give me a lot of tips, a lot of correction, which can be very useful for me. You never stop improving in this field. With Marcus and Tucci, he's my husband. He's working in this field for 26 years like you. And he always tries to improve. He does fantastic things. Oh my God, it's crazy. He's full of details. But he wants to improve. He wants to get better until you get better until you die in this job. So this is the reason why I sent you the drafts, because I need your opinion. I need the opinion of a veteran. It's very important to grow up,
Well, I love seeing him. I get all excited. I mean, but I'm like, yeah, that's good. Because she's so great, Dan.
You guys have a brand new fan. Mr. Daniel Zhang has sent 50s R. Just back. Thanks for the awesome. Billy, Maria, and Frigga too. Hashtag Fury Strong.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fantastic. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's weird because when it comes to doing layouts, my process, and this is just how I've always been, I will literally lay the whole thing out first just to have a prototype of my book. And I was very fortunate because the last job I had done, which was Masters of the Multiverse for DC and Mattel had insisted to see the entire book laid out first so they could vet the storytelling. But if it's not something that you traditionally do, and like in your case, Billy, I know who you're talking about. That was a needling. That was some bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was told that afterwards. Just to, and then what are you gonna do? You get people like that everywhere. Sad. Yeah.
Let's take a look at this campaign. I'm going to refresh again. Refresh. We are at 923. You've crossed the 59,000 threshold. Congratulations, guys.
Wow.
59,104. Kicking ass. I want to watch this trailer. So what I'm going to have to do, I hate when I have to do this because I say part of my name is Boom, so Fragaboomer. Sometimes I forget to add audio, but I want to watch these trailers. I'm a junkie for trailers. I want to make sure that people can watch these trailers. I want to watch this trailer again. So let's.
Should we mute ourselves?
No, it's fine. I'm not like Ethan, where you're going to hear an echo. Here you go.
December 1941. The United States officially entered World War II, a war which raged across Europe and the Pacific for over 5 years. But the previous April, a young writer-artist working under the name Tarpe Mills broke through a very particular gender barrier in the four-color world of comics. June Mills, who used her middle name Tarpe as it sounded masculine, created Miss Fury. First featured in the Sunday Funnies, but known to the history books as the first published action hero created by a woman. And boy, what a hero she was.
And I'm very proud of it because it was drawn by a woman. This is the original book. Being the second woman drawing is fantastic.
Flash forward 80 years or so, and here's me, Billy Pkwy, working on the return of Miss Fury, exclusive to you, our backers, right here on Indiegogo. An important graphic novel that has a very special place in my heart, presented to entertain our readers, but also to honor the character and her creator.
I cannot reveal too much, okay? But stay tuned. I will be posting a lot of things on my Facebook and on my social.
I take honor very seriously. And believe me, it's my honor to befriend the surviving family of Tarpe Mills.
Love you.
With them and to talk to them about this project and how I intend to honor the legacy of her work and to honor the existence of this great underappreciated talent. Maria Laura Sanapo, Cece Dela Cruz, Asha Kishna, Mindy Lopkin, and everyone at Dynamite Comics to bring you one hell of a golden age adventure that fits perfectly into Miss Fury's original continuity with original characters. It feels the spirit of the golden age and sees the return of one of the most influential characters in comic book history. Again, thank you for your time. Please pledge. Please share. Peace, love, Fury Strong.
Fury Strong, baby.
Oh,
hell yeah. Only on an Indiegogo. Plan 9, thank you for the reminder. Plan 9, I missed the super chat. Thank you so much for this extra super chat to remind me I missed the super chat. Thank goodness for control panels being able to go back. It's a question for you, Maria. 1, after the campaign, will you do sketch streams on YouTube? 2, do you work in digital or analog? 3, do you prefer Bava or Argento?
Oh, well, absolutely. I would like to to do sketch sessions. I don't know if I have a YouTube channel, but I don't use it. So normally I put on Instagram or Facebook, you know, my channel. The second one was, sorry, remind me because
no problem. The second question was, do you work in digital or analog?
digital. Well, I mostly work in digital for the pages because it's easier for me working in layers, and then, you know, it's better to do corrections. But for commissions, sometimes for cover, I work traditionally. So yeah, both ways.
And Dino, and then the third question in there was, do you prefer Bava or Argento?
Well, I didn't watch, I'm sorry, any Baba films, but I liked some Dario Argento, right? I think it's Dario Argento. Some Dario Argento movies like Phenomena with Jennifer Connelly. I love that film.
Yeah. Andino, our good friend Andino, was noticing that you it looks like you probably work out because you have strong shoulders. Oh, see?
I do.
Yes.
Andino with those wandering eyes.
Thank you.
Watch out, Andino. She's taken, bro. Michael Strelitz, thank you. My friend, best and more. Bollocks. I do not know what to say. You said plenty, my friend. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. And Smiling Bandito, our good friend Smiling Bandito, says, Tucci is a great salesman. I want to back it 7 times. I once watched Tucci sell ice to an Eskimo. It's an amazing thing. Definitely an amazing thing. So what are the plans? What after this? What are you guys going to be doing the Black Furies together? What are you guys going to do?
Well, there's two stories. There's one that we're working on that follow up with. Now, this book comes out in February of 2021 in time for the 80th anniversary of Miss Fury.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 stories. One would be a Black Fury spinoff, and the other would be called Hollywoodland, which is where Miss Fury goes to Hollywood, or Hollywood Nights.
Yeah.
I don't know, one Maria thinks is better.
Hollywood Nights was a comedy movie in the 80s.
I love that movie, dude. I love that. Bro.
Yo, dude, you're the only other person I know. Like, I brought it up in a chat once, and people looked at me like I was dumb. They were talking about Porky's, and and I was like, well, don't forget Hollywood Nights.
If it's on your channel.
It is on my channel. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch it.
Oh, he wants to see Hollywood Nights now. But I'm like, how could you guys forget Hollywood Nights? But that's it. That's pretty awesome, man. I'm sign me up. I like good storytelling. Reading these old Frank Miller interviews. I started by saying I read these old interviews and get my comic history on it. And one of the things he was talking about was Lone Wolf and Cub. And one of the things he enjoyed about Lone Wolf and Cub, and it's one of the things that I admire about good storytellers, is you don't need words to tell a good story. And just by looking at your artwork, Maria, I can see that the story coming through, and I want to know more. That said, sign me up for whatever you're doing next. Like, consider me a lifetime backer. As long as you guys are doing it, I'm going to be there.
Well, thank you. Dan, and going back to something before the video is to talk about what I love about this whole thing, like Indiegogo and stuff, is that we are dealing with the customers directly.
Yes.
That's why we're all working so hard at this. Like for those of you for our Return of the Warrior campaign we have going on right now, we just sent our first books to the printer. Next week we have at the end of this week we have our Pure Line editions, which is the black and white edition of the comic, goes to the printer, and 2 weeks after that, the color edition hardcovers go to the printer. So we'll be fulfilling all July, August, and then we launch at the end of August the next book, Hotaru. But it was the direct interaction with the fans and with this whole COVID thing that the printers were all shut down and the supplies. I couldn't get all my stuff. It was sitting in a warehouse that I couldn't go to. That I really took a big look at the book, and I realized there were a lot of pages that weren't up to snuff to me. Like to you, it, right? Yeah. Maria, you do something, you just know, like, I could do better than that. This could
no half stepping. You got to take full steps.
Yep. And the thing with She is that there's the first She comic in 15 years, first new She comic. So
huge.
So it's like, how many times in life, right, bro, do you get a second chance to make a first impression.
Not
And in
often.
the way you're doing that now with Black Flag, in a way, you know, you bring in all this new audience. So we came to the decision and we redrew and colored 25 pages. And it set the book back 2 months, you know. But you know what? When it comes out, it's going to be worth it. It's all because of the fans and all the people that have been contributing even to the Miss Fury campaign now. You guys deserve that. And I hope you all know is just how hard we're all working, and we're working for you because you deserve it. And it's all of this direct interaction, right, with the fans who are watching your YouTube channel right now.
It's a living thing, man.
Calling you out on stuff. You know what I mean? I was on the show the other night, you know, and man, they were just hammering me, you know, like with fun things. It was great. We had the best time. But
it is good.
It's like a comic
feedback. Yeah, it is. It is. It's like a nightly or every other night you get you get that feedback. And also you create wonderful relationships. You know, a lot of people in my chats are guys that I've been seeing since I really ramped up this show and back in October. And we started off as a little channel. Right now we have almost 200 people in the chat. I started off doing like 15 people, you know, and I know those hardcore 15, they're still here. A lot of them are here right now. One of them is Zaid Comics. Zaid Comics started showing up. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Congrats, Billy and Maria. Would you guys ever do a Miss Fury crossover with other heroes of the time? Miss Fury and the Shadow would be awesome.
Yeah, well, that's with Miss Fury Hollywood Nights, if I may. That's going to be.
For now, I finished the crossover with the longest title ever.
Tell me what you're working on.
For now, let's do Miss Fury. Okay, I will. I just finished yesterday. I finished Red Sonja Vampirella meet Benny Veronica, so the biggest crossover in the world. So actually, comics with Dynamite Comics, Red Sonja Vampirella at the school with Red and Veronica in Dracula. So yeah. So who knows? Who knows? We can do that. We can do anything. So
well, I'm hoping in Hollywood Nights. Hey, Squish, what's up? I'm hoping in Hollywood Nights to have since Dynamite has a lot of these characters.
Yeah.
I want the Lone Ranger in it. I want Green Hornet in it. Man, I want the Rocketeer in it. That's what I'm going for.
Wait, does Dynamite have? No,
IDW does. I got some friends.
Oh, dude, Rocketeer is one of those little hidden places in my soul that every time I see Rocketeer, I get all
I know.
I love the Rocketeer, man. As you see, the Squish Show has dropped $2 on our awesome fun time. He says you deliver the goods, Billy. Don't we know it? We love Billy. I think I first met you back in 94, 95?
Dude, I met you in 94, man. You were like a rock star then, or a rap star. And
I was a little kid, man. I had a little bit of hair left on my head. It was a good time.
You were always so nice. I met you with the crew, you know?
Yeah.
With all the guys, and it was what I loved. And I see Don Chin is in here. Don's one of the first people I met in comics. Everybody was so accepting to me when I came in. There he is. What's up, Don? Don was great. And everyone really, except like Debbie and I remember it was like first San Diego Comic-Con in Chicago, and we didn't know anybody. We had a book that came out. The book was really blowing up. It was pretty cool. But everybody, it was so great how we were just embraced by everybody, you know? And again, Don, you guys, Rob, all you guys. I became friends with Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee, Bo Smith, all these great guys.
Bo.
Bo's awesome. I love Bo.
Good Bo. I love Bo.
Jeff Smith and Terry Moore and Stan Sakai. And I remember just at San Diego, we were in our little artist independent pavilion, but because Brian Polito was next to me, and Brian too kind of took me under his wing. Brian and I, and you got to think, this is San Diego Comic-Con 1994. We're young, Debbie, we weren't married or anything like that. It was our second Comic-Con because we did Chicago and things got a little crazy. And we're like, wow, this is something, but it was Chicago. It wasn't San Diego. Man, that San Diego Comic-Con, holy crap. Yeah. It was insane. We got moved. We got on TV. We got moved into the autograph area. I was next to Shatner was there.
Yeah.
Like, who are you guys? Like, oh, I made a comic book, Mr. Shatner.
Who are you guys?
And I got to think, and I'm so appreciative because the year before I was waiting online trying to get work.
Yeah,
I was waiting online, getting what's the word? Except for Brian Polito, the only one that gave me a pinup was getting rejected by all these major publishers. Everyone.
A lot of huge success stories start that way. You know, it's like they don't know. Like certain people, it boils down to one thing: you lack vision. You know, like the people that didn't do it, they lack the vision. You know,
and like Maria said, well, then she may not have been the best artist in her class.
Yeah,
she was determined, and she's like, that's not going to stop me. I'm going to do it.
Spark, man, there you recognize spark. Charlie's London says, please get Billy, please get Peggy Carter to save her from Marvel. Yeah,
are they doing anything with her? Even I don't even think they're doing. Are they? I don't know. You know, I haven't read much of their books really in a long time, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. The thing that's really crazy to me, Billy, like when I look outside right now, when I say outside, because I'll tell you there's a crazy blizzard outside of people acting all crazy and shady, and I got my warm cocoa in this wonderful lodge with a big roaring fire with my Comicsgate friends, and it feels great, you know. But one of the things I notice when I look out the window in the blizzard, a lot of these names that I'm seeing, flinging the poo, acting foolishly, I don't even know who those people are. Like that list of people you gave, those are all people I still know and love.
Yeah.
A lot of these other things, it just seems like a bunch of like pro-ams fighting, and it's ridiculous. Like I didn't work in that business.
Yeah.
You and I come from the 90s, man.
Yep.
We come from an interesting, I don't know if we want to call it a heyday, because every era had a wonderful time, but we got to be part of something. And a time that no one knows about, but we have that unique experience to share and continue.
Yeah,
you know, that's one of the things. A lot of the feedback that I get, whether it's privately or in these chats, is, golly, do I miss those good old comics,
dude. You got to think about it. Stan Lee, my wife, and Maria. If I know I'm talking a lot, I'm sorry, but
no, I'm listening. It's interesting.
I'm sitting there at San Diego, and all of a sudden I see my wife come walking up with Stan and Joni Lee.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, was just my two friends I just met on the hot dog lunch line." She was on the line, and Joan was on the line with Debbie, and they just started talking about dogs and all and something. And Debbie has no idea who anybody is, you know. She's
just Stanley.
Like, oh, my husband Stan Lee, and Debbie knows Stan Lee. She's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, you got to meet him." And then Debbie's like, "You can I introduce your husband?" Came by, and he was, and Stan's there on the floor in the Independent Pavilion of San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, there was a guy with him, you know.
Yeah.
But he was just standing there, and he's like, "You did this book, whoa, by yourself," you know what I mean? And you know, and then that night, and it wasn't that night. It was probably a few years later. I think it was San Diego, maybe 95, might have been 95, 96. Hanging out with Kevin Smith all night.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you got to make Clerks, you know what I mean? Then he had the premiere for the other movie, Mallrats. You know what I mean? We all went to. We're hanging out with Kevin. I mean, that time was so great.
Crazy times.
It was such a good time, and people loved comics. You know, good to see you, Don.
Don, be well, man. You have a great day too, man.
Yeah, and now again, I get on Twitter and I get on my phone. I literally say, "Okay, Janie, who's bothering you now?" Remember that from Ferris Bueller? You know what I mean? Like, who's bitching about someone bothering them now?
Yeah. Who said who groomed who talked about who touched who, whatever.
Yeah, and let those bastards get their comeuppance, you know, if they did touch someone or, you know, but, you know, men got to act like men, you know.
Camel Moon, the great Camel Moon, bringing you Hail Salad. He got turned down by every publisher in New York Comic Con in 2017, just a simple 3 years away. And now he's got an incredible YouTube channel bringing out a great book. You know, that Camel Moon's another one of those great guys. Art Bear is still holding a little bit of anger in his soul about Kevin Smith calling Inkers Tracer. Art Bear, I'm gonna send you the link. I want to get you up in here.
Maria, we got to talk to RT Bear. I don't know if you know Art.
Yeah, Art is freaking genius. Hold on, T Bear. I'm gonna find and send you the link right now.
There's your hide Maria.
Yeah, check your Twitter right now, Mr. T Bear.
and you can roll up in the chat or in the panel, my man. Love to have you on here. Men like to touch women. Who knew? Yeah, who knows? And I'll tell you what, my wife, every now and then, I don't know if it's a spinal adjustment thing, but she's always throwing a pinch on my Portuguese ass.
There you go.
So I know that at least that woman likes to touch this man. Love Pigeon, what's up, Love Pigeon? Billy and Sanapo, holy heck, the book looks amazing. Thank you, Love Pigeon, for the 2 pounds.
It's all Maria. Like it's all Laura.
Well, working with you, Billy, it's great. You're so clear. Your script is perfect. Works perfectly. Billy is a great, artist. So he already knows what to put in a panel. So it's easier for me. So it's not all me. It's the teamwork we created with
it's
you.
All Maria.
You know what's interesting about the word thunder? You guys ever think about thunder, right? There's a flash of lightning, you hear the sound of thunder afterwards, and you can tell the distance. But TH is thunder, and then there's TH in Taber, who also brings the motherfucking thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, the thunder himself, Mr. Art Taber. How are you, sir?
Boom. Boom. You bring the Fragaboom, and I bring the thunder, and Billy brings the youthful look.
I know, man.
Yeah.
It's that tiger beat, man. All that. I don't know how you do it, Billy. Do you like sleep in a hyperbaric chamber with like the essence of unicorn breath?
Yes.
How do you do it? How can you be so old? You're so old, Billy. So old, and look so good. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, Billy, how do you do that?
I'm very spoiled. I married a woman that spoiled me. I'm really spoiled. I got to admit. I mean, I work every day and I do stuff and everything, but I'm real spoiled. I don't cook. She's great. I do laundry, I clean.
That's good. That's good, man.
She spoils me.
And, I think smiles keep people's faces youthful too. Like the people that are really jowly, you can tell they've been
you could see people. You could see that what people are negative people, right? And they're just miserable at themselves. And I remember we had Sora Sung on, and Sora Sung was going to be a psychiatrist. She got degrees and everything. Like she I guess everything but a doctorate in it. And we asked her, we were just talking, there was something, one of the other things, someone, complaining or attacking someone or doing something on Twitter or whatever. And I think we were like, why do people do this? Why do they feel compelled to do this? And basically there are so many people, and they use social media. They use this. They are so miserable in their own lives and hate themselves so much that they cannot help but try to make someone else miserable.
Yeah, miserable company, man.
Yeah, and you see them and they look miserable and they look sad and they look, pissed off or whatever. And instead of trying to change their life, they just got to keep on, they just want to spread that negativity and hate. It's disgusting.
Well, they have to prove that the world is a horrible place, so they do everything in their power to manifest it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they feel legitimate to be evil in some way, huh? And so they prefer to ruin other people just to seem better. And this is awful. This is awful.
Yeah, I used to be like that. I used to be like that until I learned to touch women. It changed my outlook on everything.
Was that
and then you
grade school?
Yeah, I was going to say he turned from 11 to 12 and all things changed.
I was like, whoa, look at this. This is nice. And then I started smiling more and everything.
You know what it is? You know what it is too, though. Like you say that I try to be positive, like you, Dan. Like all of us, because I am a history fan, and I guess I'm a novice historian in my own right. But I've read about those times. I've spoken with the veterans. So many of my friends are veterans or were veterans of World War II. And I know what they went through the Great Depression. I know what they went through, the people who survived the Holocaust. I lived in Regal Park, Queens. My next door neighbors were two people who I loved like grandparents who had escaped from Auschwitz and joined the Polish resistance and fought the Nazis, and to see the suffering they went through and what that's real adversity. These people don't know what adversity is, what real adversity is today.
Yeah, I was talking with Az from Heel versus Babyface, and we were talking about sort of like the root of the problem. And one of the things that I noticed is that there is a sense of exaggeration, right? So there's that virtue signaling that happens that they use kind of like currency. I did this and I did that. Look how cool I am. I helped so and so, or I'm saying and fighting.
Secure.
You know,
so secure.
look at how great, behold how great I am. But then they also, when anybody does anything that they deem wrongdoing, they exaggerate that wrongdoing. That person, you know, said hello to me and asked me if I wanted a drink. They harassed me. How dare they, you know, sexualize me, and they try to smash that person's name down. It's just they're dealing in exaggerations. And I don't know if that, like, let's talk about food, because my channel always goes over to food. But one of the things that I noticed as a fan of food is that there tends to be a thing where, like, when I was a kid, candy was sweet, and then they added something that was sour, and then it became mega sour, and then now it's like atomic sour. And the same thing with spicy stuff. Like, you get like a zesty something, but now it's flaming hot, burn your face off. You almost wonder if that, like, that whole generation needs that exaggeration of things to feel alive.
Well, do you remember during was it the Reagan years or whatever? It was like war on drugs. It's like war on drugs. That's, you're declaring war on your own people. Like that's an exaggeration. Like, if you want to help people get off drugs and stuff, you know, then use your words. Don't say, you know, we're going to declare war on people. I mean, a war is a war. And now if you look at a woman in a certain way, that she can say that you raped me with your eyes. And like, these are exaggerations. And as soon as we start exaggerating things to that point, the words and those actions lose meaning. They don't go anywhere anymore, because they're just words, you know, because everybody is so, you like, if you use the F word too much, then people get desensitized to it. You know? But if you use it sparingly, it's an amazing tool. You know what I mean?
The other thing that I've found is happening is the hitching onto ideas of words that don't quite belong, right? So if you take the concept of the word grooming, for example, before 2000,
I groomed this morning. Look,
but before 2020, I always associated at least grooming in the negative sense as a person that was older, that was plying and putting moves on an underage person, right?
Okay.
Which is absolutely wrong, right? You go, that's deplorable, it's wrong. Pedophilia, you can put all that context into that word grooming. So we already have put the specter on the word grooming itself. But then they try to change the definition of grooming, even though we have all this history of that this word is a bad word and is associated with pedophilia, and you put it on something innocuous like, say, Warren Ellis, who talked to women that were in their late 20s, and perhaps there were more than a few that he was talking to, but they attached the word grooming to it. It suddenly seems super salacious. Not that this guy was just talking to a bunch of girls, because that's both sides do it. I dated a girl one time. I was the loser in the battle. At the same time she was seeing me, she was seeing Dean Cain, and she was seeing a Kennedy. Of course I lost out. I was just a stupid fucking comic book artist. Of course I lost out. I didn't have sour grapes. That's just, you see what sticks and you go with what sticks. That's kind of how it goes. But if I said she was grooming me, like, all of a sudden it seems salacious, right? It's a new tactic, and I don't like it. Fuck that shit.
Well, as soon as you over exaggerate words or misuse words, they lose meaning, period. You know, so, you know, you attach new meaning, like with grooming and stuff like that. I mean, grooming to me still always means, you know, you wake up, you comb your hair, you brush your teeth. You know, that's grooming.
Right. Oh, yeah. And Wolverine says this. I learned a new term today. Yeah. What the fuck even is love bombing? Love
you
bombing.
Bomb on me.
Baby.
Yeah, when somebody tries to be so kind to you because he wants to take advantage of you. Love
Yeah.
bomb. It's not something like that. It's not sadistic, no?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
something from you. I want to manipulate you, but first I want to, because I'm passionate. Psychology is my passion, so it's one of my passions. Because I want to conquer you. You know, I want you to trust me, and so I do presents. I make presents to you. I'm always there for you for a certain time.
Yeah.
Then I disappear.
Yeah, it's a big hug to
Yes.
bring you in close, and then it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've been a victim of that myself, but like I don't get butt hurt over it. You know, like that's the thing. It's like it. You just you carry on, you move on.
Comics the whole comics industry seems to be love bombing with each other for the past 5 years. I mean, how many black books are out there? And people are like, oh my God, you got to read this book. Oh my God, art. And you're like, well, I get art is subjective, but and the books last for what, 6 issues, 10 issues tops. Oh my God, and they hype the hell out of it. I mean, love bombing. A perfect example is that New Warriors with Snowflake and Safe Space.
Yeah, yeah.
There's this guy love bombing this writer talking about it, and here's the editor, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Well, Billy, you know Marvel's listening right now, so they're writing all this stuff down. So their next book is going to be called Love Bomb.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Wise Guys, my friend Wise Guys says love bombing is when you love someone after they're dead and they're embalmed. It's a different kind of, or it could be when you put some sort of balm in your hands and love yourself. I don't know.
I thought it was love bumming.
Yeah, they're attacking Scott Lobdell now. This sucks. Great, dude. Just
well, I'll tell you Scott Lobdell's story. Scott is fairly harmless. Like I did a show with him in Long Island, something, and my daughter goes to these shows with me because she's.
Dude, I live on Long Island. I would have hung out with you.
I think you were there.
Oh, all right.
It was, and so. You know, we were hanging out and he's kind of, you know, overly friendly to my daughter. And I'm thinking, this is kind of creepy, but it's harmless. You know what I mean? So the guy is he's just harmless. You know, I mean, you can read into it more than there is, but I don't know. There's a lot of people like that, but they're just harmless. You know, either they're overly friendly, so you can take it as like they're flirting, or they're a little inappropriate, but ultimately they're not evil and they're not villains. You know what I mean? Hey, we got a new person.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
Have you ever been love bombed, Mark?
We were talking about love bombing somebody.
No?
Love bombing.
Ah, ok.
Quello che ti ho detto di narcisisti.
Ah, ok. Ah, psychologist.
They're starting a love bombing business, apparently.
It's going to be Marvel's next book.
It could be a good idea.
Yeah, it says it has something to do with lubrication.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You know, and the thing is like with that whole thing about the people, the men taking the pledge on Twitter and everything. You know, I will not do this. I will not do that. And I didn't partake in that because you're supposed to act like a man. That's how you're supposed to act.
I took the pledge.
Did you?
I did it live. We did it live on a Pontificator show, but we were mocking it.
Oh
yeah, as we do. One of the things that I noticed early on when I first came into comics, and only because they say you know, nobody knows their type like their type. You know, like I know that I came up. I was an introvert. You know, I wasn't a jock. I did play football for 1 year, but you know, I was very introverted and went into drawing because I like being inside my head. A lot of people in comics, they're damaged goods. You know, I'm not pointing fingers, but people get into these introverted fields because they feel comfortable there. Yeah. But when it comes to dealing with other people, yeah, I know Billy. See, Billy's like,
damaged. Yeah, Billy.
But I'm just saying, like, we're dealing with an industry, quote unquote, mainstream industry that's filled with broken people, myself included. I'm not going to take myself out of the picture on that one. But I've also like recognized that shit. Some
I
of these
used to just think we were weird and fun. I didn't think we were broken.
yeah. I mean, but we if you get enough of us together, we're like a funky stew of awesomeness.
Well, you know, the weird thing is now today, and maybe this is a psychological thing, Maria, too. If you could, tell me if I'm right or wrong. A lot of these people they were bullied when they were younger.
Yes.
Right? They were bullied. They're angry, but there are also a lot of them never stood up for themselves. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big guy, you know, but I'm not going to take any shit from anybody, to be honest with you. I was raised like that by my mother. My brother's a giant, you know, they would have kicked the crap out of me. The thing now, though, they have a sense of power because now they have this, right?
They want to control you. They want to control you. They want to, because they want to be accepted. They desperately want to be accepted.
Right.
Yeah.
So then either they have this power by who they are, right? Or where they work, or what position they're in a company or something like that, that they now have this little screen and they could be the keyboard John Gotti's banging away. They become far worse than the bullies they have become far worse of bullies than the ones that ever bullied them, who they say, you know, hurt them so much.
Yeah, they become like Syndrome. Like Syndrome. I always use that character Syndrome, who wanted to be Incrediboy, you know, and then he felt rejected by Mr. Incredible, and so he turned into the greatest villain. I will show you. I'll become more powerful, and you will see that you rejected me. Fuck you. And they end up becoming like this monster.
Yeah.
That ends up happening.
Well, it's like battered people, instead of changing the way they're, you know, like saying, I don't want anybody to feel this or be this. They end up just emulating the same things. You know, they end up beating their kids or transferring the same type of behavior onto the next person, instead of just going, you know, I want this to end, and I'm not going to do it to anybody else. It's just kind of human nature. There are people that are wired that way, but there's a lot of people that also play against it. They're like, yeah, I was raised this way, but I'm not going to be this way. You know?
That's right. Well, yeah, but that's called having a head on your shoulders. Uncle E, if you want to come up in the panel, you can. I just sent you the link in case you do. I don't know. He might be in the pool. He might just be like, hey, nah, I'm good. I'm just watching you guys.
Mark,
imagine him.
On now.
Who are you talking to? Would you ask Billy?
Marco.
Yeah.
Tucci, one of the great artists in comics.
Yes.
Yeah. What you working on, buddy?
I'm working on Aquaman 63 now.
Aquaman 63
today, and actually yesterday, and I'm going on this way.
He's doing a great job. I'm seeing it. Yeah, I'm the witness. He's doing such a great job. He's crazy.
I don't know. She's too gentle.
Yeah,
and it's crazy.
Hey, we brought the lightning over here. We brought the what are you, Billy? You're like the earthquake. You're the thunder, Mr. Art. I want to bring
Tucci
in
means rock, so I could be the earth.
So you are the earthquake, and Art's the thunder. But you guys feel bask in the fucking human sunbeam, guys. What up, Uncle E?
Hi. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations, Billy. Congratulations, Maria. Wow, you're this close to $60,000. That is awesome. Yeah, very, very good. We're gonna finish this out strong.
Let's take a look at where they're at right now. I haven't refreshed yet. Last we looked, we were at 923 backers. Let's give it a quick refresh. 928 backers. You guys jumped up 59 and a half. You guys are at 59, 549, creeping to 60, creeping like a track runner. They're running that track, running that race.
Remember the Beatles lyric, "Creeping like a nun"?
Is that a lyric? Is that
a Beatles lyric? Yeah.
Excellent.
We were on your fellow Portuguese's show yesterday, and I think we had a $3,000 day yesterday, or Dynamite did.
Well, she knows how to do it, man. She, she's she knows how to do it, man.
Yeah, well, does
Until I
she?
heard about the scabs and the pimple popping and all that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, but last night was quite the scandal with our good friend. Apparently, she got really cheeky on Ethan's show.
She showed her rear end. She actually got up out of her seat and wasn't wearing pants.
Yeah.
Or so it appeared, and everyone
Anna?
got an eye full of Anna's rear end. Yeah, and it's all over Twitter now.
Maria,
And I said,
Maria
oh
Laura,
dear.
I don't believe that. Our sweet Anna.
No, a lot of happy people out there. I'm not even going to just put us fellows in a lot of happy people out in the interwebs today.
I was like her father. I was like, "Oh, Anna, are you wearing pants? Because we can see her."
I ordered a red bubble mug. Coffee and buns.
Ethan was very protective of Anna. It was adorable.
She's a lot of fun.
Yeah, but my favorite meme right now in regard to that quote unquote incident is they put a quote from Cecil said, "I didn't see nothing," but it's his face with this like wry smile.
Well, no, my wife hit me up this morning like, "Look at this picture of all of you guys' faces." While
and you actually see her butt.
I missed it when it happened.
Really. She got up and give her those numbers. Yeah.
Anna's ass is green.
Well, I don't know if I believe.
I mean, we didn't know about it. Like,
that's fun.
Yeah, we didn't know. We were talking about and laughing about something else, and Anna got up, and so our faces were like talking about something else. In the meantime, it doesn't look good when it's just a single image of all of us together.
Oh, so the image is all like an image like this right now.
Like this, and then just picture Archie Bear's ass there, and we're all like this, talking about something else.
Marco, don't show your ass.
Yeah. Hey, we have art in the panel, and I want to take a look because Black and White. I consider Black and White a sibling book to Black Flag. We came out around the same time back in '94. This is your second chance to get Black and White Volume 1. We are looking at he already hit the $20,000 mark, 313 backers. If you guys haven't checked out this,
That's not Black Flag.
It's called Black and White. That's right, son. You definitely want to pick this book up. A lot of talk, not only about the campaign itself. Obviously, it's gorgeous, but I've heard a lot of chatter about this Grey Capullo cover. You want to tell us a bit about this, Art?
We have one left. In this campaign, I have 20 personal copies, so I'm still debating whether I'm going to make them available. But once that's done, then the original variant will be sold out. So what we did, it was Adam Post's suggestion, and then Vilnet actually said to do it as a virgin. We reissued the cover as a virgin. So we have plenty of those, but we only have one more of the original Grey Capullo variant.
You guys better snap that up. Be backer number 314 for sure.
And that was artwork that Greg and I did in '94. Remember, like Image Comics, Dan? We always had like we didn't do variants, but we did the centerfold.
Yeah,
remember the big centerfold? And so the Grey Capullo artwork was the centerfold for Black and White 3. And so Greg was working on Creech, and I was like going over like, hey, maybe ink it like this. And then he was like, how do you ink? And I was like getting some response and some tutelage from him for penciling. So it was a day of fax machines. Remember that, Dan?
Oh, of course I do.
And so he would just kind of go over my stuff and kind of correct it, and then I would show him some inking techniques and things like that. So it was good times, man.
Who are you to tell people about inking, though?
I don't know. Well, he asked. I didn't.
You're a savage. You're a savage. Ethan, last night, I mean, you are the human sunbeam. I'm so glad I put Sunblock 5000 on because last night was a very radiant night. You sold out of the honeycomb boxes. Yeah. I want to show people your campaign. And also, you're the one that taught me about Backer Kit, Ethan. Do you know about the little plugin that you can get that is live on the page?
No.
Check this out. It's great. So here we've got Wreck Planet. You guys at 984 520. We are on the road,
look at that.
On the road to $1 million. Smashing, killing that record. Then we're gonna kill the next record, which is the Backer record, and then after that, of course,
yes, time to come up here.
After the Sticks. at their 1.2. But this is the thing I was telling you about, Ethan. It's this plugin you can put. So whatever campaign, it's just there and you can see it.
Oh,
Last night, look at this, dude. Look at this jump between June 28th, where it was at 945, and June 29th at 984. You had a 40, almost $40,000 day, a $39,000 day. Last night was fucking awesome, man. Thanks for having me on the show. How excited are you to be bringing this out to folks? You pretty stoked
I'm
about that?
very excited about the comic book. I want you to understand the money doesn't mean much because I'm going to spend all of it. You know,
Of course.
so
That's
you
how
know, I
we do it.
want to make product. But I mean, I'm very excited about getting to do the book and the toys. I told Andrea how much the toys were going to cost, and she's like, "Oh," and I was
Right.
like, "Yeah, they're expensive. So we could either make the toys or we could buy another house."
Yeah.
And she said, "Let's make the toys."
You're long
I'm like,
gaming
yeah.
it though, man. You're giving us, and when I say us, include me, because you know you taught me a phrase last night, FOMO. It's not fake gay. It means fear of missing out. And I saw those honeycomb boxes. Like I was an early backer, of course. I went and got the cover as quick as I could. $200, you know, in these days and times. I was like, maybe I'm on the fence. And I saw those things go down. It was like driving a muscle car, watching the gas meter starting to go to empty as you stepped on the gas pedal. I was like, oh fuck, I better do this now.
It was like a dam burst all at once.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way it was. It's like, okay, once we get to a certain level here, people who are waiting are gonna panic, and everybody's gonna buy it all at once. And that's what happened. It happened in 15 minutes. I mean, it was really, really quick. 100 honeycomb boxes sold all at once.
Yeah,
and it was great. And obviously, we're gonna do it again. So, you know, this kind of thing works. We're exploring how to make these campaigns more profitable, more exciting for people. Those honeycomb subscription boxes are really exciting. So figure out copy me. Figure out a way to do it differently, uniquely to your campaigns, in a way that makes people excited and interested, brings them into the world. You know, I told Zach to make his things look like Foot Lockers. It's like Jawbreakers Foot Lockers. So it's like, here's you're one of the Jawbreakers. Here's your box with all your stuff in it. That kind of thing. If you could just immerse people into the world, that would be cool. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Ethan.
How are you? How are you, Deb? It's good to see you.
I just have to say how much I love your pink bunny costume accompanied by rhinestone Elvis glasses. It just doesn't get any better than that.
At this point, it's not a costume. I think it wears me. It's wearing.
No, you wear it well. You wear it like a boss.
Oh,
hey, Deborah, did you see Ethan last night? He had the whole Elton John thing going on. It was pretty spectacular.
Well, next to that, Ethan, I would love to see it.
Well, I have the garment itself. We put on a show. If we're going to, I'll show you. Hold on, I'll go get it.
A little while up till we had to give till 10.
Yeah. While Ethan is out and going, let's take another look at Miss Fury. I just love it. And I got to tell you guys, one of the reasons I dig Miss Fury so much is she actually reminds me of my own wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I got to show you guys.
Yeah, bro.
My lady has that vibe and look about her.
Dan's got a dark-haired femme fatale for a while.
Yeah, she. Let me see if I can find a fine.
It's a little like Maria.
Yeah. Well, my lady is what do you call it? She's Puerto Rican, and she is 5'1", and she's. I always say she's 5'1" and towers over me. I'm 6'2". And like I said,
Dynamite comes in little packages.
Yeah,
this. Let me bring up a picture of my lady, so you can see. You could see because she's not here. I'm feeling all like kind of like sad that she's not with us, but I'm sure she's hanging with the baby. This is my lady here.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, that's
you,
Mrs.
Bro.
That's Mrs. Frega. If you want to see her wearing a snake, that's her there.
So beautiful.
Oh, I love the Betty Page vibe too. I love the bang.
That's her as Rainbow Bright, not Rainbow Brute. Don't get confused. That's her doing her little pin-up-y stuff. That's her with a snake. I had to kill that snake.
What?
I choked it. I was like, you be touching my lady the way I touch my lady. I have to choke you, snake.
Oh, dang. He killed a snake.
I didn't kill the snake. I didn't kill the snake. We actually hung out. We had a couple of beers. Rainbow Bright yet again.
She's
but
cute. I love when she's laughing.
She's
that
really
one
beautiful.
candid shot of her laughing. That's cute.
yeah,
I see what
that,
you're saying too. She really has that throwback vibe. She's beautiful.
thank
Everybody's
you.
showing their wives. Everybody's showing their spouses.
Yeah, so when I first saw this,
Sorry, I
Miss
started something.
I said, look at Mrs. Fraga with no tattoos. That looks like Mrs. Fraga with no tattoos. So I love it.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Oh, look at this. Wise guy says snake lives matter. They do. They do. I'm only kidding. I did not poke that snake. Like I said, I was put on the squeeze. Ethan, you have your
Oh yeah, let me show you this. So this
Yes.
I have.
Let's see, E.
Oh, let me bring him back. There we go. Oh,
Make
there
my
it is.
wardrobe for me now.
Nice.
This is
With that on.
yeah. Like this is. It goes all the way down. It's a big rope. This actually has lights in it. So it
does
lights
not.
up.
Yeah, he was all lit up. That's right.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's
It looks
awesome.
great.
I love it.
So it's the kind of thing you only wear once. That's
No, don't say that, man. We need that thing. That thing needs to make an appearance all the
I
time.
think
It's
we should
weird
have a
when I first
monthly
tuned in.
holiday.
When I first tuned in last night, I was like, "Where's that light coming from?" Like I couldn't figure it out, and then I was like, "It's coming from the wardrobe."
I got so much more stuff coming. I have an entire costume made out of feathers. I'm so excited.
You're the
Marco,
living
you got to get a jacket like that, a robe
Mhm.
with a big Italian flag on it.
Oh, yeah.
Rhinestone Italian flag, Marco.
Oh yeah, tu dovresti prendere una cosa in quel modo.
Yeah, I'll do it. Especially now with all this warm. a good
All right.
cake.
With Italian flag.
Yeah, with Italian flag. Why not?
See you, Deb. Good to see you.
Bye bye, Dad.
Hey, Ethan, I do have to ask, what does it say on your hat? I can't see it.
It's election season. It says Nixon's the one. So it's a campaign hat, you know.
Well, Nixon's not around anymore, right?
I need an I like Ike button.
Nixon was the one.
He was the one.
Nixon's the one was the one, I guess. So,
Past tense.
That also looks like the Susquehanna Hat Company. Remember they punch the hat?
Punch it through, yeah.
They bite the hat. Susquehanna.
It's styrofoam, but it's vintage. This is from 1969 or
Wow.
68. Yeah.
Hey, you're not gonna do anything crazy to that hat, though. I hope.
No, I'm gonna put it on Jabba the Hutt back there. He's
You
gonna
have a
wear it.
Jabba. I've got a guy. This guy back here, I call him Stanley. He's a mannequin. My friend had a clothing shop that she decided to change to an online store. So she sold all of her mannequins at like $20. And this one, you remember that store called Out of Vogue?
Yeah.
That was the store. So Out of Vogue, I bought this from Out of Vogue for like $20. My son, my 6-year-old says, "You need a girl one, Dad." I know why he wants the girl one. He's like, "I need this one." I'm like, "Dude, you're funny."
My daughter creates and designs corsets and stuff because she's a model.
Yeah.
And so we have 2 female ones downstairs. So maybe I can ship one out to your son. Because I'm tired of looking at the ones downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that thing, man. It was my inspiration. His name's Stanley, the stand-in. When I was heavier, I bought a set of clothes. I still haven't taken them off him. It's a dark night shirt in large with a pair of pants. It was like an outfit that I wanted to wear. And I'm like, when I get thin, I'm going to trade clothes with you, Stanley. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna.
Stanley's a stand-up guy from what I hear.
That just happened.
It scares people that are new to come down here, though. They're like, "Does that ever bother you?" I'm like, "Nah, it feels like someone's in the room all the time. It's good."
We
No
used to
Jabba.
have the old studio, Dan. Do you remember the one on La Palma? One of the guys brought in a Darth Vader, and it had like a motion sensor in it. So I was working late night, and it's in the other room. And so I got up to go to the bathroom, and I walked past the door, and I hear, like, what the hell? I forgot that it was there.
I pissed my pants, man.
I couldn't turn it off, so I just laid it down because it scared the shit out of me.
What up, Berserk? Yeah, man. At Extreme, we had a bunch of crazy shit. I remember Norm had a Cylon. He had a Stormtrooper. Those guys, they
Kept
spent
him in his
money.
house.
Yeah, now he's got him in his house. That's right. Norm inked you for a while, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nelson DeCastro has a 7-foot high pumpkin head from that movie Pumpkinhead.
Really?
Yeah, it's badass.
Well, do you remember, Dan, we had that guy, James Latta, who bought and sold for, what was it, Planet Hollywood. And he'd come into the studio and sell us movie props. Didn't he sell Rob that Conan sword or something?
Yeah, he sold Rob a Conan sword. Rob got it signed by Arnold. I know he still has it. I bought low end items. I got like a tricorder from Star Trek. A screen used tricorder.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't like a Conan sword or a full on Cylon, but it was cool.
Or a Batman cow.
I wish I would do that. I would like somebody to come sell me movie props.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I think it depends on the movie. One of the things I'm searching for, we brought it up earlier today, Shawshank Redemption. I want that Raquel Welch poster, like badly. It doesn't even have to be the one in the movie, like the actual prop, because he threw a rock through it or whatever. But I would like that poster. Raquel Welch.
You get it?
You can, but they're like a legit one, like a non-repro, like 59, 61. They go for about $120. So maybe I'll pull the trigger on it.
66, I think it was.
Was it 66? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey guys, I have a that's why Debbie came up. I have a doctor's appointment in 4 minutes.
Let's wrap it up then. Let's take one more look at the campaign. We'll wrap it up, Billy. You guys have been amazing guests. We are at 929 backers. Let's get them to 930. Billy, go have your doctor's appointment. The penis reduction. We know. We heard. No one likes to step on their dick,
Hey guys, thank you so much. Dan, thank you so much for having me. Ethan, same thing with you. Art, always great to see you. Can't wait to see you guys on our show again. Maria, Marco, love you guys. And thank you, all of you, especially all of your fans out there. Thank you guys for everything. Appreciate it. No, I got to get a follow up on my check my cholesterol and everything. It's just
do it. Eat your veg.
All right, it should be way low because I've been doing good. All right, love you guys. Thank you, everybody.
Love you too, Billy.
For supporting our campaign, and I'll talk to you all later. All right.
Excellent. Be well, man.
Bye,
all right,
guys.
refresh it.
Yeah, let's do this. See you, Billy. All right, add the screen. Let's take a look. We want this thing at 9:30 before this stream ends. That is the main key. 9:30. There we are. 59,586. That's going to update. Backers usually update before the dollars do.
Well, I know what it's going to be because I'm the one who backed it. Maria, you're going to draw me a sketch. Yes, I got it.
It will be an honor. Thank you so much, Ethan.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I'm really happy to have this support. It motivates me a lot. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome, and thank you. And we're going to be, I'm going to have Maria and Billy on my show Thursday. So the day after tomorrow, we're going to close out this campaign and bring it to ultimate glory, Dan.
It's going to be amazing, man. I'm looking at their backer kit, and I think backer kit's low. I think it's low. I think they're going to kick backer kit's ass. I do. Well, what I like to do, my format of my show, Maria, is at the very end, I give everybody a minute. And then, unless you're the guest of honor, I give the guest of honor 2 minutes to say whatever they want. It could be about, save kittens. It could be buy my book. It could be come visit. It could be whatever you want. But you get 2 minutes, and then I kick you out. You get a choice. I can kick you like Bruce Lee. I can kick you like a football. Okay.
Well,
so here we go.
Yeah, well, if you can share, everybody.
Here we go.
The product,
wait, you get the whole screen. It's yours.
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, yours.
Okay, just for my.
Sorry. Well, if you can share, it will be much appreciated, everybody, and the project of Miss Fury. And first of all, I want to say thank you, guys. Thanks to Dynamite, Matt Idol, so Billy Tucci, Nick Barucci, everybody who is supporting this project, taking it, and I'm really, really happy to be in this project. Thank you, readers. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Thank Ethan. Thanks, everybody, for having me and Billy in your shows. It is fantastic. Really, thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Okay, so how do you want to go? How do you want to be kicked out?
Oh, whatever you want.
Or whatever I want?
Yeah.
My favorite is Bruce Lee. Are you ready? Are you ready? Brace yourself. All right, there you go. Thank you for coming. Welcome back anytime. Artabear.
Yes. Hey, go back all these books, Miss Fury.
Wait. The screen got to make your big old head.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
All right, go back Miss Fury, go back Black Flag, and go back Cyber Frog. That book is a groundbreaking event, once in a lifetime kind of thing. So go back that book. And I do have a campaign of my own, 2 of them, as a matter of fact. I have Black and White Second Chance. Go check that out. And Chrono Mechanics is in demand. We just hit our 45K stretch goal, which means you get the embroidered Team 9.2 of Sector 7 patch. So thanks, Dan, for having me, and it was great hanging out with you guys.
You as well. How you want to go, Art?
Do the 1-inch punch.
All right, here it goes. That easy. Thank you, Art. Thanks for coming through. Mr. E.
Yeah.
My homie, my mellow, my ace, my partner, my gangster.
Yes.
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 Thanks for coming through, man. Good to see you.
Yeah,
how's the hydration going? How's
good? I just finished another bottle. I got another one here. Nestle Pure Life. My entire garage. It's so glorious, dude. You should see all the water in my garage.
Do you pee more now?
Yeah, I hope to. I mean, we're only on day 1, of water, but I hope to urinate a lot more frequently than before.
And Dino's scared. He says, don't full screen you. I think sometimes people realize that their aspirations are beyond their reach.
Mm-hmm.
So right now he goes, I can do it. But when I make you big screen, he might go, I cannot do it. So I don't know. I don't know, man. How you feeling, man? You feeling good?
Yeah, I feel all right. I guess I'm going to go outside and jump in the pool. I'm really happy with my Nixon hat that I got. I got 2 more coming. I got one from his 1972 campaign, and then I've got a fake one that's like a truck driver hat. But this is like if you were going to vote for Nixon and you went to his rallies, I guess you wore these. Nixon's the one. It's like hand rested and ready. Let's give him another shot. He got cheated and gypped in 1960.
He did. He got beat. It was if the people on the radio were like Nixon won, the people on TV were like that ugly motherfucker lost.
Yeah.
Kind of incredible.
I mean,
Squish Show. I'm sorry to interrupt. Just like Cecil did when he said, odds on you being heavy breathing last night. That was some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
People want to see photos of your driveway. Are you willing to do that now? Or are you going to save that for later?
No, I can go take you out there now.
Let's do it.
You want to leave your thing on? All right, so I'll leave here, and I'm going to come in via my iPhone.
Do it.
Okay.
You have the link. All right, dude.
See ya.
All right, you guys. This is some cool shit, actually. And Squish, thank you for the suggestion, because I too want to know. Cecil fucked that all up. We love Cecil, but Cecil, man, we were supposed to see this driveway last night. We wanted to see the damage that his water delivery did. White H knows. He knows what I'm doing. This is a Couchdoodles Fragaboom exclusive. This is a driveway premiere only here on Fragaboom. That's how we do. We do that here. It's an act of being and doing your best. And right now, Uncle E, he's the best out there. He knows and shows what is up. And I want to see what is happening with that driveway. I really do. I heard details and I got to see it. I have a visual mind, and I imagined something out of one of those Marvel movies. And while we're at it, let's take a look. I want to bring this up because the Book of Honor today, and for this week especially, has been Miss Fury. We had our guests Maria Sanapo and Billy Tucci on. We got to see them go up through going from 917 backers, boom, up through another 13 backers to 930, which is fantastic. This is a wonderful campaign. If you haven't backed it yet, definitely back it. I think she's a creator on the rise. Look at this team: Billy Tucci, you got Maria, you got Cece, you got Mindy, you got Asha. Asha looks like she's up to no good. I'd be wondering if she's up to any sort of good. And we've got these. Look at these gorgeous interior pages. Oh, this just in. Let's interrupt this here broadcast with Uncle Ethan.
Hey, so
there
I'm
you
in
are.
my garage right now. I want to show you guys the glory of all the water. It's hard. I gotta, I can't flip the thing around, but there it is. What do you think, Dan?
I think I'm getting thirsty, bro.
Yeah, there are a lot of thirsty bitches around me. A lot of thirsty bitches. Okay, let me see. How can I do this without showing you guys my car?
Yeah, that way. Just point it straight down to the ground. Please, God, don't do it. He's losing signal. I hear sound. I feel like we're in one of those Geraldo Rivera, Al Capone situations. Ethan, can you hear us?
Okay, am I in? Can
You're in, but we only hear audio. There's no picture.
You're kidding me. There it is. Is it there yet?
No, turn your camera off and on, maybe, because we just see your hand in the garage door.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Cam
No.
On.
No. Maybe log right back in again. I'm gonna kick you. There you go. Wow. That was dang, man. There's a lot of dust on that exercise equipment. It's better than mine. Mine right now has all kinds of laundry, and that's where the depot of whenever anyone goes shopping. This time it's my turn. After this stream, I'm gonna go shopping. Got to drop the ladies' stuff off, and then pick up some stuff at the grocery store. You guys have any recommendations for me to pick up at the grocery store? Anything like a weird product that I should get, that I should get into and eat? I just found a wonderful wine the other day. I know, foo fifi, but it was a French wine. It was a Bordeaux. It was good. We're back on you, Uncle E.
Okay, is that better? All right, ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me get down to the ground here. Look at that.
I'm gonna full screen you.
Go ahead.
Holy fuck, dude.
I know.
Holy shit.
Look at this.
This is a Fragaboom exclusive. I'm screenshotting.
Devastation.
How did he do that? How did he do that? Did Billy Tucci drag his penis through your driveway?
Well, it certainly did. It was like that. It was like that. Hunter took out the garbage this morning, so that's
good, man. No squirrels. I don't see any dead squirrels.
No, well, I think probably because the garbage man is going to come soon. But yeah, this is absolutely terrible. What's happened here? This is cruel devastation, and we're going to have to fix it.
Yeah, you need to.
I mean, that's inevitable. We're going to have to fix it. So
crazy,
how can I do
man.
this without like totally doxing my environment?
Point it at your shoes, unless you don't want to dox your shoes.
I'll be back. I'm going inside.
All right.
Stop grabbing me. Stop grabbing me.
Uh-oh, I'm getting shot by Bullet Bill, clearly. You guys, was that not incredible, the damage of that driveway? I don't know what that costs in frog bucks, but Lord Crackhead says that's an easy fix, man. I myself have never done that. Doxed his neighbors. It happens. I don't mind. I can dox my my neighborhood if you want. Ooh, Trevor says he knows the tree. He says he knows that tree. I know, man. Sonny Bono knows trees. What's up?
You have to go search up Uganda Knuckles and Doge before you leave.
What did you just say?
Go search up Uganda Knuckles and
Go
Doge.
search Uganda Knuckles. I don't know what that means. Look at this.
They're two memes.
Bullet Bill is the cheapest item in Mario Kart. Charlie's London says, get kimchi.
No, it's not.
Yeah, too late. I already have it. I have kimchi. I got the spicy kind. I love kimchi. Fermented cabbage is the bomb. I have it with steaks. Sometimes I have it with rice. Not too often with the rice, man.
Why do we say all I want for Christmas in my 2 front teeth?
Yeah, Andrew Taz says I doxed my entire county with my drone. I did. People can see my neighbors. They can see that there's not that many, pools.
Thanks, guys, for all the super chats.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. Squish Show, thank you, my friend.
And hi, Squish.
Yeah, Harrison says hi. He knows Squish. He knows Squish personally, has hung out with Squish. Where do I sign up to get my name, brick, in an EVS driveway? That's the second person to recommend that, Uncle E. That's another person to recommend this. And I think you should. Where do I sign up to get my name brick on the EVS driveway?
No.
Dude, that's not a terrible idea. I myself wouldn't mind getting a Fragaboom brick, or even like a hexagonal panel, like a special, a special one.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Like they have that shit at Disneyland. They have that stuff at Disneyland.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that.
Great.
I'm looking at the chat now. What did you guys think of my driveway? Is it pretty up? Yeah, it tore up that asphalt.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. In fact, of course I had to screenshot it. Let me see if I can pull up my my program that views my
I was down. I got down on the ground to do it, to get a good shot. I couldn't turn the camera around like you normally can, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah. Let me pull this up real quick so we can do this. Stop share, and then I go share, and then I say application window, boom. So here we are. That's what it looked like, Uncle E.
Yeah.
So you can see it. You can see what the world saw. We saw this.
Yeah.
And that's
really
brutal,
bad.
man.
That's bad damage.
That's bad.
So
damage.
you can see that. I don't know if you can tell the gradation of the driveway. Like it goes up. It's an incline.
Yeah.
And the truck had kind of these poles sticking out on either side that a bridge would kind of drop down, and then the kind of conveyor to lower things.
Yeah.
And that went dug up my driveway. So.
Yeah, they were saying make the freight company pay, and then there's some people like Pastmaster Dan said that he has more asphalt on his shoes. So I don't know. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Mike TV says you need some Ritalin. Basically, that means go sit down, boy. He knows.
Replace that asphalt with reinforced concrete. Interesting. Hire Methwin to do it.
Yeah, I know he does building construction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Uncle E, thank you for coming through. I'm going to give you a minute to talk about whatever you want. This is the format of my show before I close out. So do you have your hat handy?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right. Nothing sells it like the hat. So you have. You're Uncle E. You get 2 minutes. So
no, I don't need 2 minutes.
Okay,
I barely need 30 seconds.
You're the man of pithiness. So let's get it.
Hi everyone. My name's Ethan Van Skyver. Are you finding that you're peeing a little bit more in the middle of the night than you have ever done before? Might be time to get that prostate checked. It doesn't hurt. It's just 2 fingers up like that. And then they do this in your cavity, and it will make sure that you are cancer free. I don't know what it does.
It changes your perspective on life.
Yeah, it certainly would. It certainly would. I haven't done it yet myself, but they say when you turn 40. No, they say when you turn 30, you better do it. I didn't do it when I was 30.
We skip things.
Yeah, now I'm 45. It might be time. So. In any case, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting Billy Tucci and Maria Sanapo's beautiful Miss Fury campaign. Really appreciate you guys. I backed it today.
Likewise. And definitely, if you haven't, and if you have even, go get Wreck Planet. Check out the Black Flag campaign. Links are in the description. Mr. E, how would you like to go out?
Go out drinking. Water.
Drinking. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And my man is out. Thank you, Uncle E. You guys have been watching the Couchdoodles live. We've had wonderful guests, legends coming up in the house. You guys got to see some great books. You got to see some fun times, some excellent campaigns. I may or may not come back on tonight to do something. I'm not sure. You guys let me know once this posts if you want to come in. I want to thank everybody that's shown up, who has been here to show your support, that shared the link, that has been an amazing cast. You guys are cast because you are cast. You guys are here. You're part of the show. What up, Captain Joke Out? So definitely, again, I always take the hood off and I take the glasses off so you could see my eyes. Today is an opportunity for you to do and be your best, to be and do your best. There are opportunities out there, big and small, to show and prove that. Go do it. You've been watching the Couchdoodles live. I am Fragaboom, industry professional, 29 years. You've seen me in animation, film, music videos, commercials, print, dancing, doing my music, doing my comics. You guys have been great. I am here to return the favor by bringing you all the best I can. So definitely, if you haven't, please subscribe. It's over here. Hit that notification bell all the way up to all so you get everything. And don't forget to brush your teeth. As Star Tiger says, take your vitamins, drink your milk. If your mom is still here with us, call your mom and tell her you love her. I wish I could call my mom and tell her the same thing. Anyway, you guys be great. Happy June, new month, starting tomorrow. If I don't see you tonight, I will see you next month. Take it easy.